Hey guys, I'm Ashton. This is Barrett. This is our van, Sir Ulrich van Liechtenstein. And these are our two puppies, Yogi and Rishi. Welcome to our tour. So we did all of these wood door panels on the doors that match the cabinets. And then we did some storage on here. Having hooks and things to hang things on is really nice. This little thing holds our hand sanitizer and toilet paper. That's really handy for just opening up. And then we put all these hooks here for little dog accessories, keys, headlamps, and things like that. So this cabinet houses our water jugs. We've got two 5-gallon jugs. One is for the fresh water, it goes through this tube up through the faucet. And then the draining water comes down into this one for a gray water tank. All right, so we've got this big cabinet in here. Barrett actually built all of this nice countertop. Got a produce basket up here. These hooks are so nice for getting stuff off the counters and off the floors. Plant, because that's just nice to have, give a little life to the place. We've got our electric kettle over here and our coffee station. Eye masks, those are nice for really blacking things out at night. Just some little decor, and then our this just houses all of our like electronic cords and everything that we've got under here. So this latches up here and down there so that the refrigerator doesn't go flying when we're driving, especially on those bumpy roads. And then you open right here, and here's the refrigerator, and it slides out. And this is a refrigerator or freezer. It's great. Got big space in here for holding everything. And this is powered by DC. So it just plugs in back here, just like a cigarette lighter type thing. And then we've also got an outlet that has a USB back there for charging your phone or whatever other electronics you need. And then over here we've just got like a pantry. This holds all of our food. And then this cabinet, you've got your sink. We've got a pretty big stainless steel sink. The water faucet is a USB and just goes right there. And then underneath, this opens from this side. You've got your water jugs under here, some extra storage. And then there's another cabinet here that houses your electrics. A little French Bulldog mugs. I have a French Bulldog, and we actually had another French Bulldog that passed away. So these look just like him. So we love these and like to keep them around because we miss our little guy. He died very early. That was kind of part of the reason that we got on the road too. From Memphis, Tennessee. We had the dream of living on the road, but kind of had a longer dream of doing that, like 5 to 10 years. But COVID happened and the world kind of shut down, and we thought, what are we waiting for? Let's hit the road. So we sold our house in a day. It happened very quickly. And we hit the road a month later. So we've been living in our RV since August 2020. And then we decided, after being on the road for a while, that we'd seen van life and wanted to see what that was about. So we got this van, built it out. Barrett built it out. And we went down to Baja for a month and explored down there, and we've just really been enjoying being in the van.
In addition to that, we had also had our travel trailer since 2018. So we had been doing like weekend trips and stuff like that, the weekend warrior trips as you call it, for a couple of years, and gotten our feet wet with RVing and RV life, and knew that it was something we wanted to explore further down the road. We just weren't sure how we were going to do it financially until we paid off our house and used that as some money to kind of travel around more. But yeah, like you said, then when COVID happened, we decided that it was time to sell the house and just make the dream happen. And here we are, a year and a half in, and loving life.
We also had a puppy that passed away kind of all during that time, like right after shutdowns happened. So that kind of sparked things a little bit as well. We knew that life is short and we might as well go ahead and live this dream that we have now. All right, we've got our short queen bed up here. So it is the same width as a queen size bed, just a little bit shorter. I'm 5'5" and I can stretch out all straight across it. Barrett is about 6 feet tall and he can stretch out across too. So that's really nice. Plenty of room for 2 people and all your fur babies. Underneath we've got storage. So we've got clothes in these. This is a dirty clothes hamper. Tons of storage under here. All of this space is storage. So we've got lots of stuff under there. These lights are little USB powered lights. We do have the lights up here that are wired in, but I just like these because they're just a little bit lighter at night for reading or watching movies, just hanging out. In here it's not as bright. So those are really nice and they're magnetic, and then you can just take it out with you if you want to go out to the bathroom or whatever else you have to go out for at night. So I really love that we have so much storage space underneath, but it would be nice if we could like sit up straight up here because I can't quite sit up straight. So maybe if we did it a little bit lower, that would be a little bit nicer. Also, this mattress is a 6-inch memory foam mattress, so that really raises things up too if we had done a little bit thinner. But we were concerned about comfort and really wanted to be comfy in here because we're staying in here all the time and sleeping in here all the time. I would say the mattress is a pro, but maybe just lower everything down just a little bit so you can sit up and give your back a break. So in the ceiling, we've got a roof vent and fan so that you can open it up and let the light in or let the air in. And then you can also turn it on to blow air inside or blow the hot air out. And then above the cab, we've got this great storage. Found these bins that fit perfectly up here. So we've got this bungee cord across so that these don't go anywhere when we're on really bumpy roads. So you just take this down. We've got toiletries in one, all of our coffee supplies in one, towels, and just extra stuff here.
Even though we have very opposing personalities, she's an extrovert and I'm an introvert, so it can make things a little weird at times, but also I'm a big runner, so I'll go out for a 3-hour run, so that gives her plenty of time to have time to herself and do her own thing. And so I would say just don't be afraid to spend time by yourself if you need it, you know? Like,
definitely having our own things going on takes time away from us being together 24/7, because anytime you're together 24/7, you can get on each other's nerves. It's just bound to happen. So he and Yogi go out for adventures and long runs, and then Rishi and I can hang out with friends or do something different. So that helps out with the time being together.
it's all about balance. What's up, guys? It's Barrett back here in the garage area, kind of show you what we've got working. As Ashton was saying, we did the wood door panels on all of the door panels and still kept the functionality of the handles, the speakers, the lock and unlock button back here. Plenty of room back here underneath the bed. We've got plenty of storage for our dog food. All of our kitchen and camping gear is inside here. I'm a big runner, so I've got all my running gear right there. I've got my backpack there with all of my camera gear so that we can catch good drone footage when we're in nice scenic places. And since we didn't put an awning on this build, we have a pop-up canopy awning right here with a shade tent and everything for that. So that's nice to set up on the outside and have a nice little extra area where you have some more square footage when you get tired of each other inside all the time. Also back here we have Ashton's yoga mat. She's a yoga instructor, so that's always nice to have on hand, and she can throw that out and just kind of get stretched out in the morning and get ready for the day. As far as pros go, there's plenty of space back here for pretty much all the storage we need for the two of us and for the dogs. Cons, I didn't leave enough room or have enough room to make it high enough to store bikes underneath, and that would have been nice, especially for an outdoorsy person like myself. And also, I would have liked to have installed drawer slides back here so that everything would come out the back. And that was something that we just ran out of time and I didn't end up doing. So those would be nice for functionality, but everything works great, and we're happy with the build overall. All right, so right here on the back doors, we have a couple different racks that the previous owner actually welded himself. He was a big fabricator, and so he had already done all of this for us. So you have this big old heavy duty cage here, which holds 2 5-gallon fuel cans or water jerry cans, whatever you prefer, with a lock. So you're nice and secure there. You don't have to worry about that. Then we also have a large propane tank so that we can hook that up to our camping stove and we're not rolling through the small propane tanks all the time. And then over on this side, you have a full-size spare tire, which is 32.5-inch Geolanders, just like the rest of them, along with your heavy-duty jack and your Max Tracks, which comes definitely in handy if you're dealing with sand or mud or anything like that. We just got back from Baja, so the Max Tracks were a big helpful tool down there along the beach. And then also you have a cargo rack, and we added a little grass so you have a nice little backyard and a nice little deck area, and yeah, it makes for a nice little space. All right, so out here we have our outdoor kitchen set up. Now, all of this will fit inside if you were in a rainy day or just really cold day that you didn't want to be outside. You can set everything up inside and cook indoors, but we like to be outside as much as possible. So we have this nice setup. It's a nice fold-up table. This will fold completely flat along with the chairs and fit perfectly in our storage back there in the garage. And then we have our propane stove, which we fuel off of our larger propane tank on the back that I showed you before. And yeah, just makes for a nice little area to sit down, have a meal. You can still enjoy a gourmet meal when you're on the road. You don't have to be roughing it off PB&Js all the time. You can have a nice meal no matter what. So another thing that we like to do outside in our little outdoor kitchen is we have a collapsible sink and yet another one of our little faucets, just like the one that's up there. Charges with a USB port, so very easy to do. Just set it right on top of your jerry can and it'll pump water right out for you. You can wash all your dishes outside, dump all your gray water if you're in a nice area where you can. Don't do that just anywhere and get anybody in trouble. But yeah, it makes for a nice area or a nice place to do dishes outside, and you don't have to worry about making a mess inside your kitchen and all over your countertops and everything like that. Anyone that's looking to live this lifestyle, I would say just do it. In whatever capacity you can at the time, just do it. Like, I mean, the time is now. There's no reason why you shouldn't do it. Like, if you're living in a tent out of the back of your Honda Civic, or you can afford a $120,000 brand new Sprinter van, whatever it is, or it could be a pop-up trailer, doesn't matter, you know.
There's so many different levels to living this lifestyle, just like there are when living in a house. You don't have to do it all the most expensive things all at once, and you can upgrade once you get to that if you make it to that point. But just getting out there and being in nature and exploring what this country has, there's so much beautiful things, so just get out there and do it.
Yeah, just get out there and immerse yourself. All right, so here on the front end, I just want to start with It is a 2002 E350. It's got the 5.4 liter V8 engine with just under 94,000 miles. So this thing has a lot of life left in it. I mean, if you know anything about the E350s, they can go to 400,000 miles if you really take care of them. So we really liked that when we found this van and thought that that was a good buying point or selling point for them. We also have this extra storage box on the front, which again, I said the previous owner was a big fabricator, so he had built all this and welded it all together. You have a nice LED bar on the top, and then you have a lock here which secures it, and then this opens up. You have a 1400 watt generator in here, as well as your Shoreline, which will connect you to shore power or plugs you up to your generator and runs into the kitchen area. So that way you can power all of those bigger devices that small solar setup won't quite take care of, like blenders or your coffee maker or something like that. Maybe an electric kettle. That's one that we have to use every day. So we also use a portable 100 watt fold out solar panel, which runs down to an auxiliary battery, which is up underneath the entrance over on the passenger side. It's in a case, so I can't show it to you on camera, but we do have that for an auxiliary battery, and we do have a brand new Duralast starting battery inside here as well. I would like to probably add some additional batteries later on down the road, but that's what we've started out with. Just wanted to point out that we also did a 2-inch body lift on the front and rear. We have new suspension in the front, and we put 5 new 32.5-inch Geolander all-terrain tires, obviously 4 on and then 1 on the spare on the rear rack. So everything is road ready and ready to take on some rough roads.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on Instagram. I am at Nomad Vegan Yogi, and Barrett is at therunners.high.
And you can also find us on YouTube at The Runners High.
The van is actually for sale. We are going to go back to living in our travel trailer, so you can find the listing and all the details on Facebook. It is listed in Tucson, Arizona, so check that out and let us know if you have any questions. We look forward to seeing you on the road.
Goodbye. So long, Earthlings.